to the Larks Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to game number 20 of the 2019 Hays Larks season. This is game 2 of this 4-game series against the Valley Center Mud Daubers. Man on the mound is Ryan Reuter. First pitch is at 8:06 p.m. We're finally underway after the long weather delay. It's 1-0 to the leadoff hitter, Adam Schrag, the left fielder for the Mud Daubers. This one misses outside 2-0. Reuter comes in this one, 4 appearances, 2-0 on the season, 20 1/3 innings pitched. This one misses low, 3-0. 25 strikeouts, 8 walks, one of the lowest strike-to-walk ratios on the team. Has allowed 28 hits, 16 runs have come across on him, 14 of those earned. It's a 4-pitch walk to start the game. This is his 3rd start of the season, 6.2 flat ERA, has a whip of 1.77. Leadoff base runner for the Mud Daubers here. Larks won last night 17-7 in 8 innings. This one grounded over the right side between DeLeon and Strachan. 2 on with nobody out to start the game for the Mud Daubers. Mud Daubers into this one, 5-8 in the KCLB, 6-12 overall. Larks 15-4 overall, 9-0 in the South Central Division, looking to make it 10-0 tonight. 14-3 in the KCLB, 5-3 in the Jayhawk West. Defensively for your Larks, it's Hernan Yanez behind the plate, Reuter on the mound, Strachan at first base, DeLeon at second, Matt Cav at the shortstop spot, Brooke Brandon playing the hot corner, Justin Lee in left field, Drake Angeron in center, and Jared Belbin in right field. First delivery here to Grant Long is called strike 1, off speed from Reuter. Long appeared in last night's game. He went 1 for 2, scored 3 times, was walked twice. It's 1-1 on him. Comes into this one, batting .375, has been hit by 2 pitches, 9 RBIs, 23 total bases. Reuter delivers to him, a nice pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. Grant Long from Arizona played at Sioux Falls in South Dakota. It's 70 degrees here with a 7-mile-an-hour wind blowing into center field. This one fouled off for reset. Go 1-2 for the 4th pitch of this at-bat. That walk from Schrag was number 9 on the season for Reuter. Long had that dinger last night. It was a solo shot off the pitch from Christian Pierce. This one ground over to DeLeon, turns it to Cap for 1, who throws over to Strachan. It's a close call, and it's going to be a fielder's choice for Long as he reaches safely. 1 away, runners on the corners for the cleanup hitter, the shortstop, Dermot Friedrich. 1 away here from Reuter, first out recorded of the game. Friedrich, in last night's game, 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, had an RBI. Dermot Friedrich is from Alberta, played at Western Nebraska. 1-0 count on him. Leading off for the Larks in the bottom of this inning will be Andron, followed by Divis and Lee. This one runs inside, 2-0 on Friedrich. On deck is his first baseman, Vince Lantz, who had that other homer in the game last night. And then in the hole is Jesus Rojas, the right fielder. Reuter going to check over at first base on Lung. Not in time. No first base coach for the Daubers. They have a first base player over there. Send them on their way. The only coach they have with them is their head coach, Kevin Tucker. Gotta be rough being the only coach with no assistant. Frank Leo has 3 assistants, all prestigious guys when it comes to Summer League baseball. Sean Murphy played in the minor leagues, played at North Carolina. The Tar Heels back, and Hays coaching on the Larks staff. 2-1 is the count. Keith Harper, the other pitching coach. Steve Sedbrook, the assistant coach for the Larks. And then, of course, the 2015 NBC Hall of Fame inductee, Frank Leo, the head coach. Reuter delivers the 2-1 from the stretch. Off speed, misses outside, 3-1 hitters count. Storms were coming in before this game about an hour and a half before first pitch was scheduled. The field was needing some maintenance after that. Larks got it taken care of. First pitch past 8 o'clock. Reuter walks his second batter of the game, number 10 on the season. Bases are loaded with none away for Vince Lantz. In Reuter's last appearance, he came in and replaced Mason Myrie. Had a solid game, maintained runners. Their bases were loaded on him. He had a nice double play to end it, throwing low, starting the double play himself, grounded back to him, threw home, and then threw over to first base was the catcher. Got him out of the inning. Looking to do the same here. It's 0-1 on Lantz. Lantz had that home run last night. Solo shot on Christian Piercy. That would be one of the last batters Christian would face. Was not the Christian Piercy we're used to, but he'll bounce back. If anybody can, he can. One of the most consistent pitchers in the league. It's 0-2 now. Reuter on the bump. Trying to get him to swing at the breaking ball. It misses. 1-2. This one hit into left field. Justin Lee traces back to get it, makes the catch. He'll deliver the throw from a crow hop. Brandon cuts it off. Coming around to score is Strag, who led off this game with a walk. Mud Daubers take an early 1-0 lead with 2 away in the first.
The right fielder, number 3, Jesus Rojas.
Sacrifice fly for Lantz. Runners on second and third with 2 away. Up next is Jesus Rojas. So in just game 2 of this series, Lantz has 4 RBIs, 3 last night, 1 here on that sacrifice fly. This one hit to Reuter, makes a throw over to Stretch, and Stretch has to jump a little on the bag, still keeps his back foot on it in time for round number 3. Mud Daubers get 1 off the sacrifice fly off the bat of Lantz. We'll head to the bottom of the first here on Larks Network. Larks trailing the Mud Daubers 1-0.
the Larks Network.
Back here in the bottom of the first, Larks trailing the Mud Daubers 1-0. You're tuned into Larks Network. This is Carson Ackerman on the call. Leading it off for the Larks is a center fielder. Drake Andron leads the league in hits. First pitch to him is a called strike. On the mound for the Mud Daubers is David Quintero, 0-0 on the season. 4 appearances, 15 innings pitched, has struck out 13. First batter, Andron gets one into center field for a base hit. Adding to his total, he leads the league in hits. So runner on first for the DH, Wyatt Divis. Andron had the night off in last night's game. Divis did not. He went 1 for 2 with 3 runs scored, was walked 3 different times. Andron adding to his hit total. That's number 33 on the season. Second in the league in hits is the guy on deck, Justin Lee. In third is Sutherland. And fourth is Otto Graham from the Heat. And then in fifth, another Lark, Matt Cavanaugh. BJs take the 6th spot, and then 7 and 8 are both Larks and Bellwood and De Leon, respectfully. That was Andron's 25th single of the season. It's 1-1 now on Divis. Quintero, 6 walks through those 15 innings, 9 hits allowed. 9 runs have come across on him. 5 of those are earned. Has an ERA of 3 flat. He'll deliver from the stretch after looking over at Andron. Called strike 2 on Divis. Has allowed 1 home run. This is his 4th start of the season. Quintero delivers this one chin level over the plate, 2-2. Davis coming into this appearance, batting .345 through 55 at-bats, 19 hits, 27 total bases, and 16 RBIs. The 2-2 from Quintero to Davis, another one that misses high. It's a full count. On deck is Justin Lee. In the hole is Alex Strachan. The full count delivery. Payoff pitch misses outside. It's a 6-pitch walk for Divis. Runners on first and second with nobody out, just how we started the top of this inning. Up next is Justin Lee. So 4th walk of this series here for Wyatt Divis and just game number 2. Justin Lee appeared in last night's game. Ruled 1 hit through 3 at-bats, 2 strikeouts. Excuse me, that's wrong game I'm looking at. 3 hits through 5 at-bats, 3 runs. Most notable at-bat, bases were loaded for him in the 7th. And then he hit a grand slam. Ended that grand slam with the bat flip to end all bat flips. Mud Daubers coach did not like it coming out of the dugout, talking to the umpire. Had a talk with Frank Leo, but if you're a fan of bat flips, you got to love it. It was epic, and you know what? It was a grand slam. Got to show what you did. 1-0 to him. He swings at this one, grounds it over at Frank Leo, the Larks' third base coach. It's 1-1. Lee leads the league in total bases. They're going to check over to Andron second off the pitch. Andron, wise base runner. He advances himself over to third. Andron played at Dodge City Community College. He's a Fort Hays commit. He'll be joining the Tigers this fall. I know their coaching staff here at Fort Hays is excited to have him on the team. He's a stud, leads the league in hits. And then, like I said, leading the league in total bases is Justin Lee, who also is second in the league in doubles and leads the league in triples. He swings at this one, hits it hard into right field. Rojas gets under it, loses it. It's going to drop on the warning track. Girdis was the one running to it. He's going to advance for his another double for Justin Lee, number 9 on the season. He is now tied for first in the league in doubles, tied for first in triples, and single-handedly leads the league in total bases. Coming around to scores, Andron, number 20 on the season. He's third in the league. The first 5 guys in that column, Ganglish, Beltman, Andron, DeLeon, and Sutherland, all Larks. RBI on the season for Justin, number 26. Up next is Strachan. Late arrival from JSU. Delivery to him. Misses high.
Everybody clap your hands.
1-0 reads the scoreboard here at Larks Park. Andron started off this inning with a single. Divis walked on 6 pitches. And Justin Lee's double drove in Andron. Now sitting at third is Divis. Second is Lee. 1-1 on Strachan. Strachan coming into this game. He's hitting. Hitting 304 through 23 at-bats. 3 RBIs, has 2 in scoring position with nobody out. Still, it's a 1-2 count on him. Quintero delivers from the stretch. This one misses low. 2-2. Defensively for the Mud Daubers, it's Meredith behind the plate. This is the Larks' first look at him. Quintero on the mound, first look at him too. Womack at third, British at second. British at shortstop, Lung at second, Lons at first base. Rojas in right field, Girdis in center, and Schrag in left field. 2-2, lefty to righty. He swings at this one, fouls it all for reset, go 2-2 again. This is game 2 of the series. Larks won it last night in 8 innings, 17-7. Game 3 tomorrow night and game 4 on Tuesday. You can catch both of those games right here on Larks Network. First pitch at 7 o'clock. 2 hits for the Larks in the first inning. This one runs inside. It's a full count here to Strachan. Those were hits on the season for Quintero, number 10 and 11. This is a swing and a miss on the payoff pitch. Makes contact with it. Catcher Meredith catches it. There's one away now. Up next is Jared Belbin. Had his birthday yesterday. He's up here with 2 on, both in scoring position.
Jared Belbin.
Belbin batting .328, 20 RBIs. Belbin in last night's game. 1 for 3, 3 runs scored, has walked twice. This one is going to be held as it gets a little bit behind Meredith. Davis returns to third. Justin Lee returns to second. It's 1-0 on Belbin. Belbin played at Arizona Western with Larks pitcher Mason Myrie. He's from Australia. Just turned 19 one day ago. The 1-0 delivery. Meredith behind the plate. Quintero gets set on the call from him. This one misses outside, 2-0. Belbin, one of the only guys, one of 3 guys on the Larks roster to have a double, a triple, and a home run. He joined last night the likes of Lee and Angeron. After that triple, he was the first run scored for the Larks. That was in the second inning. Valley Center started off both games scoring 1 in the top of the first. 3-0 to him. He takes this one and misses high. 3-0. Excuse me, the 3-0 pitch missed high. 4-pitch walk. 2 walks here in the first inning for the Larks. Number 7 and 8 on the season. Their bases are loaded for Brooke Breen in the 6 hole.
From Jacksonville State, number 2, Brooke Brannon.
One away, bases are jacked for the right-handed hitting third baseman. A lot of walks this series early, and a lot of walks tonight. 2 for the Larks, and then 2 for the Mud Daubers. It's 1-0 here on Brooke. For Belbin, that was walk number 15 on the season. It's 2-0. Brandon coming into this at-bat, batting .316, 19 at-bats, 6 hits, 5 runs scored, 3 singles, 3 doubles. He turns on this one, sends it out into left field. Schrag gonna get in it, gets under it in front of the warning track. Racing home is Wyatt Divis. Divis scoring. Justin Lee standing at second base. At first base is Belbin, 2 away on the sacrifice fly from Brannon. Up next is Kavanaugh. For Brannon, that was RBI number 7. For Divis, runs scored number 19. Runners go, Divis to third, Belbin to second. Throw is late. Lee is in there safely. Both runners now in scoring position for Kavanaugh, the starting shortstop for the Larks. Kavanaugh comes to this one. 3 strikeouts through 76 at-bats, 25 hits, 1 home run, 3 doubles, 21 singles, making for a total base count of 31. He swings at this one, sends it into center field. Girdis gets under it, taking a few steps to his right. Larks leave 2 on base, score 2 in the bottom of the first. We head to the top of the second here on Larks Network. Larks lead the Mud Daubers 2-1.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network. You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Top of the second we go here from Larks Park. Ryan Reuter returning to the bump for his second inning of work. First guy he faces throws a ball to. It's 1-0 on the designated hitter, Sam Ross. Reuter walked 2 in the first, allowed 1 hit and 1 earned run. It's 1-1 on Ross, the righty. Ross did not appear in last night's ball game. On the season, he's batting .200 through 10 at-bats. Both of those hits are singles. 1 RBI. This one is a strike that's dropped by Yanez, who tosses it over to Strachan. One away here. First strikeout for Reuter, number 26 on the season. 1 up, 1 down to start the second inning. It's Nathan Meredith, the catcher, at bat now. Just like Ross did not appear in last night's ball game on the season, batting 211 through 19 at bats, 5 total bases. This one's hit into center field. Andron flashing the speed, getting under it for out number 2. Bottom of the order, it's Matt Womack, the third baseman, playing the hot corner. He did appear in last night's game. He went 1 for 4 with 1 strikeout. 2 hits for the Larks, 2 runs, 1 hit for the Mud Daubers, 1 run. Reuter goes from the windup, the lefty misses 1-0. Reuter came in relief of Mason Myrie in his last appearance. Had success out there on the bump. Went 4 innings strong, allowed 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 6 strikeouts. But when the Larks needed him to come in and do damage control with the bases loaded, he did just that. It's 1-1 on Womack. Checking his swing, didn't go. It's 2-1. Due up for the Larks is Hernan, Yanez, De Leon, and then back to the top of the order, Angeron. It's a swing and a miss, 2-2. Yanez's switch hitter is behind the plate tonight. Calling the pitches for Reuter. Reuter, the 6-foot junior from Fort Hays. He's a southpaw, and it's a full count. 8-20 record at Fort Hays through 53 appearances, 167 innings pitched, 100 strikeouts, 144 earned runs, 7.76 ERA. Half swing at this one, grounded over to De Leon, gets it over to Strachan. 3 up, 3 down. Reuter retires the side in order as we head to the bottom of the second here on Larks Network. Bottom of the second we go. Leading it off is the switch hitter, Hernan Yanez. He's the beverage batter tonight. If he reaches on a hit, Larks fans will get half-price beverages for the remainder of this inning. After the rain delay, Larks fans still showing out. Stadium's about half full, but there's a lot of fans in the Larks Pavilion down on the left side of the field. First pitch to the switchy is 1-0. This is one of the first times in a long time that he's hit from the right-hand side. Larks have faced many right-handers in a row. Quintero is a southpaw. It's 1-1 on the swing and a miss. Yanez catching tonight, giving Max McGuire and Mikey Gangwish some rest. Swings at this one. It's 1-2. One is a breaking pitch, misses low, 2-2 on Hernan. This one runs inside, almost catches him, full count. Nobody on, nobody out. Larks leading the Mud Daubers 2-1. The payoff pitch swung on, hit over the left side of the field. Womack and Friedrich can't make the play. It's off Womack's glove. It's a leadoff base runner for the Larks. It's going to be ruled an error on Womack, but we'll still take a leadoff base runner. Up next is Jimmy Daly on the 9-hole.
The second baseman from Koji
For Yanez, that was hit. Excuse me, not a hit. That's the 27th time he's reached base this season. 13 walks, 13 hits, 4 of those doubles, 8 singles, and a home run. Now it's De Leon who had that 3-run shot in last night's game. It was his first home run of the season. After the controversial bat flip from Justin Lee, he dropped his bat and just gave the ball a look and started walking over to first base. He knew it was gone. Larks fans knew it was gone. It gave the Larks a commanding lead. It's 0-1 here on De Leon. Quintero fires this one in. It's a fastball that misses low, 1-1. De Leon started off the season batting in the 2-hole. He's been moved to the bottom of the lineup, batting at the 9th spot. On deck is the top of the order, Drake Angeron. Quintero going to look over at Yanez. Throws a breaking ball that misses low, 2-1. Quintero gives a couple of peeks at Yanez, delivers from the stretch. This one misses outside. They're going to check over at Hernan. A nice slide on the far side of the bag, making launch jump as Meredith on the throw. It's a 3-1 hitters count for JDL. Composes himself after a couple of looks at Yanez. De Leon turns at this one, sends it hard over the left side on the line drive, but it's fouled. It'll be another full count. Larks doing a good job of getting Quintero high in pitch count just through 1 inning and no outs here in the second. Now has 7 earned runs on the season. If Yanez were to come around and score, it wouldn't be an earned run reached on that air for Womack. First error of the game for either squad. The payoff pitch to De Leon runs low. It's a 6-pitch walk for De Leon. 3rd of the game for the Larks. 9th on the season for Quintero. Back to the top of the batting order. Leadoff hitter Drake Angeron singled in the first to start off the bottom of the inning. Came around to score on the Justin Lee RBI. Runners on first and second. He shows bunt, pulls back as the pitch misses high. 1-0. Angeron, one of the fastest guys in the league. 11 stolen bases. Has only been caught 1 time, and that was on a pickoff attempt. They tried to pick him off. He took off, was thrown out after a pickle. It was ruled as a stolen base attempt. 2-0 now on the left-handed hitting, right-hand throwing Angeron. He swings at this one, fouls it right back at the net. 2-1. Much better start for the Larks here. Struggled in last night's ball game early. Scored none in the first, 1 in the second, then held silent in the third. Finally got a breakthrough in the fourth, scoring 2. They were still trailing. Didn't take that commanding lead until the 7th when they scored 9. Angeron shows bunt. Pitch drops, but it'll still miss high. It's a 3-1 count on him. The delivery to him. It's back-to-back walks here for the Larks. And the bases are loaded with nobody out for Wyatt Davis. Walked in the first. He came around to score on the Brooke Brandon sacrifice fly. Meeting at the mound between Meredith and Quintero. Andron had his only day off on the season so far last night. For him, that is walk number 7. It'll be lefty versus lefty here once we get set.
The Larks designated hitter, number 16, Wyatt Davis.
Bases are loaded, still nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning here on Larks Network. This is Carson Ackerman on the call. We'll be back here on Larks Network for game 3 and 4 of this series. Swing on the first pitch. Flies into center field. Jared is getting called off by Lung, who Jared calls off himself. Showing going home is Yanez. He returns as Quintero cuts off the throw. 1 away here on the flyout from Davis. Davis now 0 for 1 on the day with that walk. Bases loaded, 1 away for the man who, the last time the bases were loaded for him, hit a grand slam in last night's game. That was his first home run of the season. RBIs number 22, 23, 24, and 25 on just 1 swing, adding to his leading total base count. This one, a delivery to him off speed. Mitch is outside, 1-0. Breeze dying down here. Flags barely even moving on the left side of the Larks pavilion. He turns on this one, lines it to the left side of the field, and misses foul. 1-1 with 1 away. No hits for the Larks this inning. 3 guys on base due to an error and 2 walks. Yanez started this inning reaching on an error. DeLeon walked, Andron walked, and now Davis flew out and is Justin Lee at the plate. Sends this one into center field on a pop fly. Girdes gets under it. Tagging up is Yanez and DeLeon. They're going to check over at DeLeon, and he's going to hold it actually. British not electing to throw. Coming around to score on the sacrifice fly is Hernan Yanez. His first run scored today. RBI number 2 for Justin Lee. So Lee will still stand at 1 for 1 on the day with that double in the first. Alex Strachan at the plate now. That was RBI number 26 for Justin Lee. Lee leads the league in RBIs. He's followed by Belbin and then Sutherland. Andron steals base number 12. Runners both in scoring position with 2 away in the bottom of the second. Larks leading the Mud Daubers 3-1. Yanez scoring his 12th run of the season. This one is a strike on Strachan, who struck out in the first. Strachan, one of the late arrivals from JSU, was the last guy to arrive here on the active roster. From Madison, Alabama at JSU, 22 RBIs, 254 batting average, 10 home runs. Still looking for his first in the Larks uniform. It's a 2-1 count on him. The right-handed first baseman awaits his delivery. Quintero gets set, fires in it from the stretch. It's a swing and a miss, 2-2 count. Ontario composes himself, gets set, delivers from the rubber. It's a swing and a line drive. Hit to center field. It's going to drop. One comes around to score. Andron racing home. He scores easily. 2 RBIs on the base hit from Strachan. 2 RBIs from him. 2 RBIs from Justin Lee. And 1 from Brandon makes for a 5-1 Larks lead here in just the bottom of the second. Scoring was De Leon and Andron. That's the second time Andron has scored today. Kevin Tucker coming out of the Mud Daubers dugout. We're going to get a pitching change here in the second inning. Larks leading the Mud Daubers 4-1. First Strachan, RBIs on the season. Numbers 4 and 5 for Andron. Run number 22, and De Leon is run number 21 as well. We'll take a quick break and join you right back here on Larks Network. New pitcher is Saul Rivera. Not wasting time during his warm-up. First guy he'll face is Jared Belbin. 0 for 0 on the day with a walk. Larks fans, don't forget to follow the Larks on Twitter and Facebook, on YouTube. Stay up to date with all things Larks all summer long. Rivera, a righty, will deliver to the left-handed hitting Belbin from the side arm. This one runs across the plate inside 1-0. Larks, not quite any sidearm of the team. Christian Piercy showed a couple last night from the sidearm. Rustin Hayes delivers mostly from the 3/4, but sometimes he'll drop to the sidearm. Sometimes he'll throw conventionally overhead. It's 2-2 now. This one misses outside. It's 3-0. Runner on first is Strachan. He cleared the bases with that base hit, drove in 2. The delivery to him runs inside. 2 plate appearances for Belbin, both walks. Runners on first and second here with 2 away. Larks leading the Mud Daubers 5-1. And the guy at the plate now is the guy who drove in the sacrifice fly, the second run of the game for the Larks, Brooke Brannon. Won't go in the stat book as an at-bat, as it's a sacrifice fly. 3 hits for the Larks, 1 for the Mud Daubers, 5 runs for the Larks, 1 for the Mud Daubers, 1 error for Valley Center, none for Hayes. Brannon will get his first look at Rivera. He delivers from the sidearm. It misses low, 1-0. Saul Rivera from Orlando, Florida, played at Southwest New Mexico with Danzy Martinez, who's from Elkhart, Kansas. The 1-0 delivery runs outside on the breaking ball, 2-0. Rivera still yet to throw a strike. 4 straight balls to Belbin, 2 here to Brannon. Rivera gets set, delivers, misses low and outside, 7 straight balls. 3-0 here to Brannon. Brandon from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, likes that home team town there. The Alabama Crimson Tide, big football fan, talked about how he loves tailgating. He also was the third-ranked shortstop in Alabama in high school. It's a 4-pitch walk, 8 straight balls to start off Rivera's appearance. Bases are loaded with 2 away for Matt Cavanaugh.
Number 3, Matt Cavanaugh.
Rivera comes to this one, no record through 4 appearances, 8 innings pitched, all in relief, 6 hits allowed, 5 earned runs, making for an ERA of 5.62. Has walked back-to-back batters, number 3 and 4 on his season, has only struck out 4 guys. Off speed to Cavanaugh is called strike 1. On deck is Hernan Yanez, guy who led off this inning, reaching on an air for Womack. Good RBI opportunity for Cavanaugh. This one misses outside. Meredith tries to frame it 1-1. Cavanaugh has 16 RBIs on the season. 1 home run, no triples, 3 doubles, 21 singles, making for 31 total bases. Delivery to him, he lines it into left field. Solid contact coming around to score is Strachan. He's followed by Belbin. It's RBIs number 17 and 18 for Cavanaugh on the base hits. 7-1 now. Lead for the Larks. Runners on first and second in Brooke Brannon and Matt Cavanaugh. Strachan coming around to score. He drove in 2 in this inning. Now scoring 1 on the season. That's his 2nd time scoring. And then Belvin coming around to score 23rd time scoring. Larks have now batted a round. Switch hitter Yanez going to go on the left-handed side for his 2nd at bat against the righty now. First pitch to him. Misses outside 1-0. Larks scored 2 in the first. 5 here in the second. 1 for the Daubers in the top of the first. None in the second. Off speed to Yanez. Drops down low. Catches the bottom part of the zone. 1-1. It's been a long first 2 innings. Almost an hour. 8:54 p.m. here at Larks Park. Stepping off is Saul Rivera. He'll step back on the bump. The delivery to Yanez, called strike 2. They're going to check over at Brandon. Lung can't make the catch on it. Advancing into second base is Cavanaugh. Gerda struggles with it in center. Finally gets a play on it as Brandon and Cavanaugh advance a base apiece. Runners now in scoring position with 2 away, 1-2 count on Yanez. Meredith, the catcher tonight. Last night it was Johnson. Meredith from California, stayed in the state for college. She's making his travels to Park City, Kansas, to play for the Mud Daubers here at Larks Park in downtown Hays, Kansas. The 1-2 from Rivera. Yanez protecting the plate, swings at this one, sends it right up the middle. Fritish and Long miscommunications, both stopped. Expected the other one to get it. Brandon comes around to score. Cavanaugh comes around to score. It's a 9-1 lead for the Larks here in the second inning, reminiscent of the late games last night. Larks started off sluggish last night, found themselves down early, stayed down, and then finally scored 9 in the 7th, making it a dominated lead. They're starting out hot tonight. 5 hits, 9 runs for the boys wearing the white home vest with the blue sleeves.
The second baseman, number 4, Jimmy Deglia.
Runner on first, coming around to score was Cavanaugh and 1-0. The delivery to DeLeon called strike. It's 1-1. We're here live on Larks Network. This is Carson Ackerman on the call. Later in this game, we're going to hear from Larks pitcher Tommy Garcia. The 1-1 grounded over the head of Quintero. Friedrich steps on the bag himself. Larks score 7 here in the second inning. We head to the top of the third here on Larks Network. Larks leading the Mud Daubers 9-1.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Top of the third we go. Larks have a commanding 9-1 lead. Ryan Reuter returning to the mound. First guy he'll face off is the top of the order, Adam Schrag. Should the Larks take a 10-run lead, you cannot run rule the game until the middle of the 7th inning. 0-1 here on Schrag. Schrag 0-for-0 on the day, walked in the first, came around to score the only run for the Mud Daubers. It's 0-2 on them. Larks wearing their home white pants, white vest, blue sleeves. Mud Daubers supporting their black shirts, not a jersey, with gray road pants, white helmets. The 0-2 misses low. Yanez blocks it. It's 1-2. Schrag from Buhler, Kansas, played at Barton Community College. He steps up, getting his second look at Reuter, another Kansas native. Schrag was batting .382 coming this one, still batting that, as the walk won't count for as an at-bat. This is his 10th game played in, 34 at-bats, 13 hits, 10 of those singles, 3 doubles. That was his second walk of the season. The first, he swings out one that is in the turf. You can say he tipped it off the end of his bat. Will reset, go 1-2 again. Turf, infield, and base paths here at Larks Parks had to scrape or push the water off the turf into the grass before the game could get going. DeLeon at second base makes a throw on a jog over to Stratch and in time for out number 1. Schrag goes to 0-for-1 on the day. Up next is Adam Girdis, singled in the first. 1-for-1 on the day. First pitch to him, misses outside, 1-0. Girdis batting .190 coming this one, improved that with his 9th hit through 43 at-bats. It's a called strike 1-1. Nobody on, 1 out. In This one's grounded over to De Leon again. He's 1 for 2. Back-to-back groundouts to De Leon to start the third inning. 2 up, 2 down. Up next is the 3-hole Grant Lung, reached on a fielder's choice. Jaredis last night was the leadoff hitter, went 0 for 5 with the strikeouts. 2 away for Grant Lung, the second baseman. Reuter will deliver from the windup. This one popped out of play over the left side. 0-1. Reuter, 1 run in the first. Looked good in the second. Looking better here in the third. The 0-1 delivery at 9:02 p.m. after a late start due to the weather delay. 1-1 as this one misses low. Turf infield and base paths, grass outfield with the dirt warning track. This one catches the inside part of the plate. Lung not agreeing with the call. He'll be respectful about it. Step back in. Awaits his 1-2 delivery from Reuter. One-two. Off-speed pitch. Catches the outside of the plate. Reuter knew it. His second strikeout of the game. Number 27 on the season. We head to the bottom of the third here on Larks Network. Larks leading the Mud Daubers 9-1. Bottom of the third we go. Larks leading the Mud Daubers 9-1. Leading it off, top of the order is Drake Anger on his third plate appearance. 2-1 in each inning, a single and a walk scored both times. At the plate now, his look here at Saul Rivera misses outside 1-0. He swings at this one, pops it up high. Racing to it is Friddish. He's caught off by the left fielder Schrag. Makes the catch at waist level for out number 1. First time Drake Andron will head back to the dugout today, not scoring a run. 1 away. Up now is Divis. Flew out to Jaredis in the last inning. Walked in the first. Still looking for his first hit today. Scored in that first inning. One of 2 guys to score that inning. Larks fans, don't forget to follow the Larks on social media. Follow on Facebook and Twitter, on YouTube. The handles were on your screen. If you follow, you'll see all sorts of cool stuff, such as this day in Larks history. On June 23rd, 1963, the Larks traveled to Colby, Kansas, and returned home 11-0 winners behind the 4-hit pitching of Phil Wagner, who struck out 7 in recording the shutout. Catcher Laverne Schumacher hit 2 singles and a double and drove in a run. Make sure you follow the Larks on Twitter and Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. Turn on post notifications. You'll get notified every time we go live for every single game. The 2-0 to Divis. Runs inside. Hits off the number 16 on the back of his uniform. It's The second time he'll reach base tonight, neither of them on a hit. 1 out, 1 out for Justin Lee.
The left fielder, Justin Lee.
That's the second time Davis has been hit by a pitch this season. And that's the 5th batter hit for Rivera on the season. Justin Lee grounds this over to Lung, makes a throw to Fritish, throws it over to Lawns in time for out number 2. That's a double play for Justin Lee. That's the first time he's grounded into a double play in his career in the KCLB. We'll head to the top of the 4th here on Larks Network. Larks leading the Mud Daubers 9-1. We'll be right back.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Top of the 4th we go. Leading off is the cleanup hitter, Dermont Fritish. It's a swing and a miss on the first delivery from Ryan Reuter. Larks fans, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers. Once we do, through YouTube's policies, we'll be able to stream the games directly from the Larks website. 1-1 here on Fritish. Walked in the first inning, was held at first base. Scoreboard at Larks Park reads 2-1. We're under the lights here at 9:10 p.m. in the top of the 4th inning. This one grounded over to Kavanaugh, goes to his right, makes a nice play, glove at the thigh, in time over to Strachan, in time for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down. Reuter walked the first guy to lead off the game, and then through these next 3 innings has started off each inning with an out. 1 away for the first baseman, Vince Lawns. Drove in a run on that sacrifice fly, the only run scored for the Daubers today. The 1-0 swung on, chopped over the right side, and foul 1-1. Three groundouts for the Mud Daubers today. 2 to De Leon, 1 to Kavanaugh. This one hit into left field. Justin Lee makes the catch about 2 steps into foul territory for out number 2.
The right fielder, number 3, Hays Larks.
After allowing an earned run in the first, Reuter has retired the next 8. Excuse me, 9 straight. First delivery to Jesus Rojas. The right fielder misses 1-0. Rojas played in last night's game. He went 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. This one misses. It's 2-0 on him. Reuter delivers. It's on the outside part of the plate, 2-1. Coming in this game, Rojas was hitting 188 through 32 at-bats. He fouls this one over past the Larks dugout, 2-2. 2 away, nobody on. 5 hits for the Larks. The Daubers still looking for their second. With the second batter of the game, had a single, and since then, no hits. Full count. Reuter had struggles in the first, walked 2, allowed a hit, and then an earned run, but since then hasn't allowed a single hit or walked anybody else. This one grounded over to Kavanaugh, groups himself, makes a throw on the run. 10 straight retired for Ryan Reuter and company as we head to the bottom of the 4th here on Larks Network.
Meet me down at the ballpark where I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Bottom of the 4th, leading it off is the first baseman, Alex Strachan. 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a single and a run scored. Saul Rivera returning to the mound. He'll go sidearm from his windup to Strachan. First delivery, right down Main Street, called strike 1. Larks 2 in the first inning, 7 in the second, none in the third. Andron flew out to start it. Divis was hit in the back by a pitch, and then Justin Lee grounded into a double play. 1-1 now on Strach. Strach in last night's ball game, 1 for 4, 1 walk and a run scored. One of 2 guys in the starting 9 to not have an RBI, both JSU players, him and Brooke Brannon. Both guys reached base on a hit and a second time on a walk. Delivery to him, he swings at this one, loses his elbow guard. He'll toss it over the dugout, 2-2. Looking to avoid being sat down for the second time through 4 innings. Revere shakes off his sign for Meredith, agrees on 1. He'll deliver the 2-2. Strachan swings at it, fouls it off the end of his bat. Will reset, go 2-2 for pitch number 6. On deck is Jared Belbin, and then in the hole is Brooke Brannon. The 2-2 again Rivera to Strachan. It's a swing and a miss second time. Strachan's gone down on strike tonight. 1 up, 1 down to start the fourth for the Larks. 1 away, nobody on for Jared Belbin. 2 plate appearances, both walks. Has scored 1 time. Comes in this one, still batting average he entered with through 2 at-bats. 328, now has 16 walks on the season. Entered with 34 total bases, 22 hits, 15 singles, 4 doubles, 1 triple, now was in last night's game, and 2 home runs. It's 1-0 on him. Sidearm delivery from the righty to the lefty on the outside part of the plate. 1-1. The 1-1 delivery outside, 2-1 on the Australian first baseman. The 2-1 to Belbin. Sidearm delivery misses outside, hitter's count.
Stop littering. The fans are getting mad.
Hitter's count delivery lined into right field. Rojas can't get to it. It's off the warning track, off the wall. It's a base hit for Belbin. His first of the day. He's 1 for 1 with 2 walks. Runner on first with 1 away for Brooke Brannon.
The third baseman, number 2, Brooke Brannon.
For Belbin, that was single number 16, hit number 23, and total base number 35. 1 away for Brandon, runner on first, a sacrifice fly, an RBI, and a walk. Belbin goes, the throw almost catches his back foot. He slides off the bag, but it'll be an okay deal as the throw goes out to Girdis in center field. He advances from first to third. Another RBI opportunity for Brandon. 90 feet away is the 10th run for the Larks. No movement in either bullpen. And just as I say that, Nash Neff is out, moves out into the bullpen, stretching for the Larks. 1-0 with 1 away. Rivera will go from the stretch. This one outside. Meredith, good reactions to keep Belbin at third. It's 2-0 for Belbin, an aggressive runner, stolen base. Number 5 on the season. He's only been caught once. The 2-0 to Brandon runs inside and low, 3-0. After a long bottom of the fourth, Reuters headed to the bullpen to make sure he's hot and ready to go for the 5th inning. It's a 4-pitch walk for Brandon. He is second in this game, and both in back-to-back plate appearances.
The shortstop, number 3, Matt Kavanaugh.
Runners on the corners with 1 away for Kavanaugh. A lot of pitchers will throw low pitches and fastballs here to try to get a double play, but Kavanaugh, not really a double play candidate, has speed, only grounded out, or hasn't grounded out at all, and Brandon advances to second base. The 3rd stolen base for Brooke on the year. 0-1 here on Matt Cav. Rivera goes, almost catches Kavanaugh's back knee. It's 1-1. One swing in the back could drive in Brandon and Belbin, making a 10-run game. Larks would only have to hold strong for 3 more into the 7th. This one catches Kavanaugh. It's a hit by pitch. He's 1 for 2 on the day. A line out, a hit by pitch, and a single. Bases are loaded with one away for Hernan Yanez. Reached on there in the second. Larks batted around. He's back here for his third plate appearance.
First batter, the catcher, number 24, Hernan Yanez.
For Yanez, batting .277 coming into this one, has grounded into 2 double plays, tied for the most on the team with Jared Belbin at third base. 14 RBIs for him, 13 walks, 20 total bases. He swings at this one, fouls it off, 0-1. Saul Rivera gets set. Goes from the stretch. This one runs outside, 1-1. 1-1, one away, bases are loaded. Strikeout by Strachan has started. A single from Belbin. He's at third. Walk from Brandon. He advanced to second on a stolen base. And then Kavanaugh was hit by a pitch, a swing and a miss from the switch hitter Yanez. It's 1-2. Rivera composed himself. He's going to step off the rubber. Ball is in left field. Max McGuire running out of the bullpen to go retrieve it. Not sure how it got there, but now we know how it was removed. Rivera will step back on the rubber. He'll deliver from my right side. Any of the infielders and outfielders for the Mud Daubers, their left-hand side. He'll deliver from his right hand. The 1-2. Swing and another pop-up foul. Will reset, go 1-2. Everybody on the Larks roster has come in to score, with the exception of Justin Lee, who has driven in 2. Matt Kavanaugh at first base has scored twice. This one misses low. Kavanaugh has driven in 2. Excuse me, non-Kavanaugh scored twice. Andron has scored twice. Kavanaugh has driven in 2. Andron hasn't driven in any. The 2-2 runs outside. It's a full count. Yanez will await the payoff pitch with the bases loaded and only 1 away. 6 hits for the Larks, lot of walks, 1 hit by pitch. 2 RBIs from Justin Lee, 2 from Strachan, 1 from Brandon, and 2 from Kavanaugh. The payoff pitch swung on line into left field. It'll be past the Larks bullpen, out of play. Yanez taking Rivera high in pitch count, movement in the bullpen for the Mud Daubers. It looks like number 32, Danzy Martinez. The second payoff pitch of this at-bat. Delivery from Rivera to Yanez. Runs inside, he swings on it, turns it, hits it into right center field. Rojas lets it bounce once. Belbin comes around to score. Advancing to third is Kavanaugh. Coming home and touching home is Brandon. It's an 11-1 lead. 2 RBIs for Yanez. His first 2 on the day, on the season. That's RBIs number 15 and 16. Come around to score is Brandon, his second run of the game. And on the season, number 7. Belbin coming around to score his second of the day, and number 24 on the season. He now is tied with Gangwish for most runs in the league.
The second baseman, number 4, Jimmy DeLeon.
Bottom of the order, it's DeLeon after the RBI. 2 RBI base hit from his teammate at Cochise, Hernan Yanez. Runners at the corners with 1 away for Jimmy DeLeon. Walked in the second. He scored And he Larks batted around. He had his second appearance, but now it's 0-1 in his third plate appearance. Larks have scored 2 this inning. They scored 2 in the first, none in the third, and 7 in the second. Rivera gets set, composes himself, takes a deep breath, delivers. De Leon takes a hack at this one, looking for his second home run of this series. It's a miss, 0-2.
Can I give this one to her?
0-2, the delivery to JDL. It's a swing and a miss. Now there's 2 away. Top of the order we go. First strikeout on the day for De Leon. On the season for JDL, that's strikeout number 16, second most on the team. He's tied with Belbin. Leading the team in strikeouts is the guy at the plate with 18 is Andron. We're here in the 4th inning, and this is his 4th plate appearance. A single, a run scored, a walk in the second. He came around to score again, and then a flyout to start the third. 2 away runners on the corners. First one misses, 1-0. Rivera delivering to Andrew on his second look at the left-handed hitting center fielder. This is called strike 1, 1-1. Kavanaugh at third base. Yanez at first base. Steve Sedberg, the Larks' first base coach. Frank Leo, the Larks' third base coach and head coach. The 1-1 runs inside, almost catches the hands of Andron. It's 2-1. It's been a long 4th inning. Assuming we'll see Reuter back on the mound for the 5th. If not, it was Nash Neff warming up. This one, another one that runs across the plate inside. 3-1 hitters count for the guy who leads the league in hits. This is where he'll be playing for his college ball for his redshirt sophomore season here in Hays, Kansas. This is the field shared with the Fort Hays State University Tigers. Lines this one, almost catches Yanez. It's between Lung and Lance. Neither of them had time to react. It's an RBI base hit for Andron. His first RBI of the day. Coming around to score is Yanez, or is Kavanaugh. Runners at first and second now with 2 away for Wyatt Divis. Divis, his 4th plate appearance through 4 innings. A walk, a flyout, and a hit by pitch. Still looking for his first hit today. It's a 12-1 lead for the Larks. Righty versus lefty. First delivery to Divis outside in the right-hander's batter's box, 1-0. .29 p.m. here at Larks Park. This one is going to miss outside 2-0. Cooler game compared to the Liberal series. We were coming close on triple digits. We're just above 60 degrees here tonight. This one far outside. And advancing to third base is Yanez. Advancing to second is Andron. Umpire gonna come back. Not sure what that was about. Talking to a kid who's between the net and the limestone wall. Not sure what kid was doing there, but umpire concerned for safety, as anyone would be. Davis will step back in. The scoreboard reads 2-1 count. Off-speed pitch. Davis agrees with it. Gives some respect to Rivera. It's 2-2 with 2 runners on second and third on him. At second base is Andron. At third is this one grounded. Right back at Quintero. Tosses it underhand to Lance in time for out number 3. Yanez strained it at third base. Andron strained it at second. Larks score 3 in the fourth. We'll head to the top of the fifth. Your Lark is leading the Daubers 12-1. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Top of the fifth we go. New pitcher for the Larks replacing Ryan Reuter, who allowed 1 earned run through 4 innings, retired 10 straight to end his day. It's number 7, Nash Neff from the Colorado School of Mines. Neff's originally from Lake Jackson, Texas. Played with Mikey Gangwish. First guy he'll face is Sam Ross, the DH, who Reuter struck out to start the second inning. This one is a heater that swung on a miss in Nash's last appearance. Didn't finish the first inning. 10 runs came across on him, or 10 earned runs, 11 scored total. That was against the Park City Rangers in game number 4, strike number 2. Neff, 3 2/3 inning pitch, says has an ERA of 14.73 on the KCLB website. It's a 3-pitch strikeout to start off the 5th inning. Don't believe that earned run total is correct, as he allowed more in just that 1 inning on the mound. 1 up, 1 down to start the 5th. Second time Ross has struck out today. First delivery to Meredith is a swing and a miss for out number 1.
I just want to watch you work. Let me see. Put us away. Let me see.
Meredith flew out to Angeron in the second inning with 1 away. This is his first look at Neff on the mound. Neff in his time at the Colorado School of Mines, 31.15 ERA, 1-0 record through 6 appearances. Was named the preseason newcomer to watch, was the NCBWA preseason second team all-region. Scoreboard reads 1-1 count. It's now 1-2 after the foul ball. Larks looking to win their second game in a row, won last night, 17-7 in 8 innings. They're up 12-1 here in the 5th with 1 away. Off-speed delivery almost catches the corner on the outside part of the plate. It'll miss. High, it's 2-2. For Meredith, he was coming to this one batting .211. That's dropped as he's 0 for 1 on the day. Strikeout for Ross on the season. Number 6 and 7 both in this game, and it's back-to-back strikeouts to start the day for Nash Neff.
The third baseman, number 16, Matt Womack.
For Neff on the season, those are strikeouts number 9 and 10. 2 away, nobody on for the bottom of the order, the third baseman, Matt Womack, 0 for 1 on the day. 2 away, nobody on. First delivery to Womack, hit hard into left field, out of play and foul, 0-1. 8 hits for the Larks. Daubers still looking for their second one. It came from Giardis in the first inning with 1 away. Ryan Reuter retired 10 straight, and now it's 12 straight retired as Neff retired his first 2 batters face. It's called strike 2. 0-2. Neff throwing strikes, looking much better than he did in the Park City Rangers series. He's throwing heat tonight, and he's locating it well. The 0-2 delivery grounded over to Brandon, the hot quarter. Makes a throw on the run. It pulls Stratch way off the bag. It's going to be the first error of the day for the Larks. Mud Daubers have 2. It's a base runner on with 2 outs. 2 E5s in this game, 1 from Brandon and 1 from Womack. Womack is now at first base with 2 away. Top of the order, it's Adam Schrag, 0 for 1 day with a grounder and a walk, only run scored. That is not going to be ruled an error. It's ruled a base hit, the second one of the day for the Mud Daubers. 1-0 count now on Schrag. This one swung on, grounded over to Kavanaugh, throws it to DeLeon, who keeps his left foot on the bag like a wide receiver in the NFL. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Larks holding the Mud Daubers to their 1 run. Larks lead it 12-1. Bottom of the 5th we go. New pitcher on the mound for the Mud Daubers is number 32, Danzy Martinez. He's from Elkhart, Kansas, played out southwest New Mexico. First guy who'll face off is Justin Lee. Lee is 1 for 2 on the day. Sacrifice fly, a double, and a double play. First guy, it'll be the first guy Martinez faces. Got a chat with Martinez before this game. He used to throw 92 miles an hour in high school, got in a motorcycle wreck, was hit by a semi-truck, The only thing holding his leg together was his hamstring. Everything was broken. He's worked back, going back to, he'll be returning to Southwest New Mexico for his 4th year of college. Says he's getting his fastball back up in the 80s here. This is an off-speed pitch that runs outside. It's 2-0 on Justin Lee. You hate to see something like that, hear something about that guy. He said he was planning on going to Wichita State to play baseball for the Shockers. Was thrown 92 miles an hour in a horrific accident. Sounded like he was lucky to still have his right leg. Now working back, set his fastballs in the 80s now, and looking to get Justin Lee out. Lee looking to reach base for the 2nd time today. This one misses. It's a hitter's count for the guy with the grand slam last night. Martinez was scheduled to pitch in the last night's game for the Daubers and then didn't play. This one is a line drive hit hard from Justin Lee over the glove of Schrag. It's a stand-up double for Lee, his 2nd double of the game. Just adding to his total base total that leads the league, not just the Jayhawk West Division, but the KCLB overall. 9th hit of the game for the Larks. A runner in scoring position with nobody out for Alex Strachan. If things hold out, which kind of seems very, very unlikely that they wouldn't, Ryan Reuter will improve to 3-0 on the season. This one runs inside in the turf. Martinez on the mound, looks at his catcher, Meredith, says, "My bad." Justin Lee, a great base runner for the Larks. Jumping around, he takes off a great jump. He read that so well. He was on a hop already, starting to move to his right. When Martinez started to throw, and he, using his knowledge, took off, and he's in there safely. That's stolen base on the season for Mr. Lee, number 11. He's been caught twice. Strachan turns on this one, hits into left field. Schrag does get a catch on this one. Tagging up is Justin Lee, and he'll score. That's the first time Justin Lee has scored today. Now everybody in the starting 9 for the Larks has scored. It's a 13-1 ball game.
The right fielder,
For Martinez on the mound, that's earned run number 3 through 4 1/3. He came in this one with a 4.5 ERA, walked 1 guy, struck out 6. Sacrifice fly driving in the guy who drove in the first one of the game with a sacrifice fly. He drove it in with a double, then had a sacrifice fly RBI in the second. 2 RBIs on the day for Justin Lee. And now scoring his first run on the season, that's number 19. The 0-1 delivery to Belvin misses. It's 1-1. So Strachan now is 1 for 3 on the day, 2 strikeouts, a single, and a sacrifice fly. Justin Lee 2 for 3 on the day, sacrifice fly, a double play, and 2 doubles. 2-1 on the Australian. First baseman moved over to right field and second base as of recently. He's in right field tonight. It's 2-2. Celebrated his 19th birthday yesterday at the ballpark. Had his first triple on the season. Came around to score the first run in the Larks 17-7 win. The 2-2 off-speed pitch that Belvin reads well, sends it hard into center field, but Jaredis barely has to move to get out number 2 in front of that 4:05 marker in center field. The Daubers have played deep in the outfield all season. Left fielder Schrag playing about 10 feet in front of the warning track. Rojas playing a few steps in front of it in right field. 2 away here for Brooke Brannon. Still no at-bats recorded. 2 walks and the sacrifice fly. 2 runs scored and an RBI. It's 1-0 on him. Martinez goes from the windup, off-speed pitch. He really takes something off with that changeup. Gets Brand to swing and miss at this one. It's 1-1. Belbin now 1 for 2 on the day. 2 walks, a single, and a flyout. He scored twice. 1 in the first inning, 1 in the second, both on walks. Off-speed pitch, outside part of the plate, called strike 2. Ran an All-American by perfect game. Had a fielding percentage of .857 at Jacksonville State in his freshman year. The 1-2 delivery to him. He turns on this one, swings at it, hits it hard into left field. Schrag makes a catch on the run in time for out number 3. Justin Lee comes around to score on distraction, sacrifice fly, and we'll head to the top of the 6th. Larks leading the Mud Daubers 13-1. You're tuned in to Larks Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Top of the 6th, Nash Neff returns to the mound after a 1-2-3 inning from him. Struck out 2 and then grounded out. Excuse me, it was not a 1-2-3 inning. Allowed a hit. It's a single from Womack and then got Schrag to end the inning. First guy he'll face here is Aaron Girdis. 1 for 2 in the day with a single and a ground out. Scoreboard reads 1-1 count with nobody out. There's nobody on. 9 hits for the Larks, 2 for the Mud Daubers, 2 errors for Valley Center, none for Hays. Swinging at this one is Girdis. He sends it high into shallow right center field. Jimmy DeLeon gets called off by Belbin. He goes to his knees, off his glove, throw over to Strachan to try and pick off Girdis. It's not in time. A clumsy play from the Larks defense. Usually one of the best. It's ruled a hit. It's a leadoff single for Girdis, the 3rd hit of the game for the Mud Daubers. Leadoff base runner, nobody out. It's Grant Lung at the plate. 0 for 2 on the day, fielder's choice and a strikeout. This is his first look at Nash Neff. It's a heater that he's behind, called strike 1. Ruled strike 1 here. 0-1 count, nobody out. On deck is Dermont Frittish. In the hole is Vince Lance. I know I said Tommy Garcia was going to be on the mic tonight, but in this last inning, he came up to the press box, told me he's scared to get on the mic. Hopefully we'll see him sometime soon on the mic, just not tonight. 0-2. Neff, a righty on the mound. He delivers from the stretch, an absolute heater. A swing and a miss, the third strikeout of the game for Neff. One away here for the Larks. Daubers down to their final 5 outs if they can't score at least 3. Dermont Frittish at the plate now, 0 for 1 on the day with a walk and a ground out. Another fastball from Neff. This one popped over the right side of the field. Strachan getting over to it. He makes the catch. It's off his glove. Then he hits it with his hand. It bounces off his glove and then off his elbow. He bobbled it multiple times. Can't make that catch by the Daubers dugout. He'll have a laugh at it. Shares a couple of jokes with his teammates. It's an 0-1 count now from Nash to Frittish. Neff delivers heat again, 0-2. Neff, a righty for the Larks. Their pitching staff dominated by right-handers. Reuter, a left-hander. Myrie, a lefty. And then Gilliland, a lefty. Only 3. 0-2 now to Frittish. This delivery in the turf. Yanez, good reactions. Gets the throw to De Leon. De Leon's off his glove. Might not have been in time anyway. It's 1-2. Runner advances into scoring position. One and 2 to Frittish, who came into this game batting .333, coming to this one through 57 at-bats. He appeared in last night's game, went 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored. And it's strike number 3. 4 strikeouts for Neff. Has retired 5 hitters. 4 of those on strikeouts. It's Vince Lance here with 2-way runner in scoring position. Ryan Reuter retired 10 straight. Naff retired 2 straight to start his appearance. 12 straight for the Daubers went down, and it was broken by a Womack single. A heater from Neff close outside 1-0. Neff, second shortest frame on the Larks. He's 5'9". Shortest guy on the Larks at second base, Jimmy De Leon. This one's popped out of play left side. De Leon doesn't let his size attribute to who he is. He cranked one last night into left field for a 3-run shot. Lance 0 for on the day, a sacrifice fly and a fly out to Justin Lee. The 1-1 delivery fouled back at the net, 1-2. Defensively, still the same for the Larks. Yanez behind the plate, Stratch at first. JDL at second, Cav at shortstop, Brooke Brandon at the hot corner, Justin Lee in left field, Andrew in center, and Belbin in right field. Neff delivers the 1-2 from the stretch. A breaking pitch that drops into the zone. And that is strikeout number 5 for Neff here early. And we'll head to, early on his day, we'll head to the bottom of the 6th here. Larks leading the Mud Daubers 13-1.
to the Larks Network.
The shortstop.
Back here, bottom of the sixth here on Larks Network. This is Carson Ackerman on the call. Leading it off is Matt Kavanaugh. First delivery from him from Danzy Martinez, returning for his second inning of work. Misses high, it's 1-0. Back-to-back balls to start off the bottom of the sixth. It's 2-0 on Kavanaugh. Martinez replaced Saul Rivera, who replaced Quintero. Martinez, 1 run earned in the 5th inning. Mud Daubers go to the top of the 7th, down to their final 3 outs. Mikey Gangwish going to get the foul ball, speeding back to the dugout. 2-1 now on Matt Cav. 2-1 runs inside. It'll be the second time Matt Kavanaugh's been hit by a pitch in back-to-back at-bats. Leadoff base runner for the Larks after the Matt Cav HBP. Up next is the catcher, Hernan Yanez. Singled in the 4th. It's a 13-1 lead for the Larks. On deck is Jimmy De Leon. In the hole is Drake Angeron. Delivery to Yanez, called strike 1. We'll be back here for game 3 of this series tomorrow night on Larks Network. First pitch at 7 o'clock. Off-speed delivery to Yanez, outside, 1-1. The 1-1. Martinez gets this one to drop. It'll miss high. 2-1 on Yanez. Three hits for the Mud Daubers, 9 for the Larks. 1 run score for the Daubers. Now is in the top of the 1st inning. Since then, they've been very quiet. Held in check by Nash Neff and Ryan Reuter. Hitters count here for Yanez. Martinez goes from the stretch. This one in the right-hander's batter's box. It's a walk for Yanez. Runners on first and second with nobody out for Jimmy De Leon. Last time there was 2 on for De Leon in the late part of the game. Hit a 3-run shot last night in the 7th. Off-speed pitch, runs inside, almost catches him. It's a 1-0 count. De Leon walked in the 2nd, came around to score, struck out in the 4th. This is his 4th plate appearance as the Larks batted around in the 4th inning. 2-0 count on JDL. This one misses low. This is a 3-0 count. The 3-0 delivery, off-speed pitch at the top part of the plate. It's strike number 1. Hitters count for Jimmy De Leon. The 3-1 delivery swung on, hit into right field. Rojas ranging back a little bit to his left. Tagging up is Kavanaugh. And there is 1 away here. Runners on the corners for the top of the order. Drake Andron as Kavanaugh's in there. No throw.
Off the line, bending one in the center fielder, Drake Angeron.
One away. First delivery to him is a swing and a miss, 0-1. Martinez delivers off speed to Andron, caught the outside part of the plate, 0-2. Andron, Dodge City Community College for his redshirt freshman season. His time there, 370 batting average, 3 home runs, 22 stolen bases, 71 hits. He'll be taking his talents to Fort Hays State University. 1-2. He swings at this one, chops over to Lung at second base. He'll make a throw over to Lawns at first base for out number 2. Coming around to score is Kavanaugh. Second RBI of the day for Andron. Scoring for the second time is Matt Cav. So up next is Wyatt Divis. RBI on the season for Andron, number 16. Run scored for Kavanaugh, 21. Two-way runner on second base. Divis. A walk, a fly out, a hit by pitch. It's 0-1. Two away, runner on second. The delivery off speed. Martinez likes to throw a changeup in there. This one misses. It's 1-1. Daubers will be down to their final 3 outs as it's a 14-1 lead for the Larks in the 6th inning. Divis takes a hard cut at this one. If better contact would have been made, it would have been a hard hit ball into the outfield. Instead, is fouled back at the net, 1-2. Movement in the Larks bullpen. This one hit into right center field. Rojas and Girdis running for it. It's caught by Girdis for out number 3. Muddaubers will be down to their final 3 outs in the top of the 7th here on Larks Network.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Top of the 7th here. Mud Daubers down to their final 3 outs. They trail the Larks by 13 runs. New pitcher on the mound replacing Neff after 2 innings is Mason Myrie, who picked up the loss in his last appearance. That was his first on the season. This is a good situation. He struggled early. Good situation to get him some confidence back here, up by 13 in the 7th. Nothing really he can do to hurt the Larks, and knowing Mason, he's a great pitcher. He's certainly going to help him out here. First pitch, or excuse me, not the first pitch. This one's lined hard into left field. Justin Lee watches it go over the fence. It's a home run on the first batter that Myrie faces. It's a home run off the bat of Jesus Rojas. So now the lead is cut to 12. Home run for Rojas on the season. That is number 1. So Myrie coming into this one after that struggling performance in Liberal, looking to bounce back, and he certainly will here. And that, after that appearance, his record went to 2-1 through 18 innings pitched, 22 hits, 15 earned runs, 7.5 flat ERA. That's his second home run allowed of the season. Has walked 20 guys, but struck out 15. It's 1-1 here on the DH, Sam Ross. 2-1. That's the 4th hit of the game for the Mud Daubers. First run scored since the first inning. 2-2 called strike. Myrie from Oro Valley, Arizona, played at Arizona Western. He finished his year there. New college for him this fall. And if I'm not mistaken, that university that he'll be going to is New Mexico Highlands. This one fouled off. It's full count here on the DH. Payoff pitch hit into shallow right field, if you can even say that. DeLeon takes a couple steps back, makes the catch for out number 1. Daubers down to their final 2 outs. Larks won game 1 of the series 17-7. This is game 2. Daubers 6-12 overall. Larks are 15-4 overall. Assuming they close this one out here, they'll move to 16-4 overall. 10-0 in South Central Division and 15-3 in KCLB. All 3 KCLB losses came in that last series against the Liberal BJs. 0-1 to Nathan Meredith, the catcher. This is a strike 2. Myrie from the windup. It's called strike 3. Strikeout for Myrie on the season, number 16. There's 2 away here for the bottom of the order, Matt Womack. That's his second time Meredith has struck out today. Once in the 5th, now 1 in the 7th. And we're getting a pinch hitter here. It's number 28. Colin Parks from McPherson, Kansas, played at McPherson in college. It's 0-1. Myrie, a lefty, will go from the windup, rocking his high, tugged up socks with the stripes. We like that style here on Larks Network. 0-2. One more strike from Myrie will do it. The delivery, the 0-2, last pitch could be, and it's called strike 3. You're ringing him up as the umpire. Back-to-back strikeouts for Mason Myrie. Ends this game, and we end it here. Larks win it 14-2, back-to-back run rules against the Valley Center Mud Daubers. 2-0 on the series, and now 16-4 on the season. Mud Daubers now 6-13. Larks 10-0 in South Central play, 15-3 in the KCLB. That is win for Ryan Reeder, number 3 on the season. He came in, allowed 1 run in the first inning, then went dominating fashion, retiring 10 in a row. Neff came in, retired 5 on strikeouts of the 6 outs that he got. Mason Myrie coming in relief, allowing a home run, and then got 3 outs in a row to end this one in the 7th. Larks scoring 14 RBIs from almost everybody. Everybody in the starting 9 scored at least one, whether it's Andron, Divis, Lee, Strachan, Belvin, Brannon, Kavanaugh, Yanez, De Leon. Filling up the stat sheet tonight are the Larks. They win this one 14-4. We'll see you back here for Game 3 tomorrow night. First pitch at 7 o'clock. This has been Carson Ackerman on the Call on Larks Network. Thank you for tuning in, and good night.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.